Hello guys, today I have another mail call. This will be an interesting one. I already know what's in here. Of course you guys don't. This is a package from a friend on Instagram, MNS Collection, or that's it. Most of us know him, Nick. He sells. Well, yeah, that's obviously. Well, he collects and sells. Sometimes he sells off his personal collection. He likes to buy other collections and sell them too. So every once in a while he'll do a sale. I know I've shown other packages from him. And yeah, this is stuff that I got. Good prices. Now we're going to get right into it with some Matchbox. I'll put the box to the side here. Here we have a Corvette. What is it? A ZR1 2008. Oh. This is not the original 2008 release. Or one of the original. This is the 5-pack release from last year. And it's the only one I wanted from that pack. And I didn't want to buy the whole pack just to get it. And when he posted it for $1, I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Can't go wrong. This is a really nicely done casting. I think I have 3 others, other releases. So this one will go nicely with them. And here's another good one. This is an older casting one. It's probably from around when the copyright was. If there's a copyright on there. No, there's Golden Age. The Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser with the wheel variation and the paint variation. I think I have both of those variations from when I used to play with my diecast. So this is the metal flake variation with the 3-spoke wheels, but there's also a metal flake variation with the multi-spokes. These ones, actually. You could get it with those wheels, I think. And then there's a plain pastel green that's a lot darker than this with these wheels. I don't know if that one had the multi-spokes. I have both of those releases. I'll have to dig them out. I don't know where they went. Well, I have the pastel with these wheels, and then I have the metal flake with the lace wheels. So this one, I think that completes the trifecta of those. But again, I'm not completely sure. I don't know what metal flake one I have. It might be the same wheels as these, actually. But I got good price. Good price. Next up here, this is another casting I've been looking for. It's a DeVille, Cadillac DeVille. It's a little beater. I'll be customizing this one for sure. I don't need the marble stuff on there anyway. I don't know, because the thing is, I really don't want to pay $5 for my still. This one was $1, so I'm like, yeah, I'll put the work in it and make it nice. Probably going to paint it black. I mean, what other color do you paint it, DeVille? Maybe silver? It's a solid casting. Paint it black, put the details in it, and you can't go wrong with that. So that's kind of like the mainline stuff. Oh, I'm starting to get like twice die cast. I'm not getting as much mainline stuff. But those were a couple that I needed. I had to have, if you'd say. What's that? Oh, it's a hard body. Next, let's get some premium stuff. Starting off here, I should have got my wipe right. This thing was fresh out of the package. I told him to open it so he could so it would cheapen the shipping. Let me wipe the oils off of this one. It's a green light. That's nothing new. But it's a Chevy S10. This is, I don't have this casting and I've wanted it. I'm like, oh, S10, that's too cool. So we'll just shine this one up. It's a really nice casting. And I think the hood opens, I don't know. With the newer cars, I don't really mind if the hood opens or not, because honestly, some of the newer engines aren't as impressive. Unless it's like luxury vehicle status. Supercars, sports cars, trucks, I don't know. Especially the S10, I don't know if these things were packing anything too crazy. Maybe the Baja version. I did want to get the Baja version. And I still can. But I think I'm okay with this one for now. This is one of the newer green lights I have. I don't have too many green lights in general. Older ones. I have a lot of older ones. Not so many of these newer ones. And this one doesn't even look like a green light. Their quality control has gotten so much better. It's still a little high going sometimes. Especially with the older cars and the white walls. You know, we all know the deal with green lights and white wall tires. But yeah, the chrome looking good. There's no like visible glue leaking out from it. Oh, maybe. Maybe I spoke too soon. Is that glue? I don't know. And it's got like a weird paint blob on the back here. Okay, maybe is that the paint? Is that the casting? It looks like it's deformed. Interesting. It might be the paint. Well, we'll just say it's rust. I'm sure these things rusted. It is black, so it kind of hides it. Oh, and the bumper. Oh, that's glued in place. Okay. That's green light, though, and I didn't expect anything better. I'm still trying to figure out if this hood opens or not. I don't think... Whoa. I'm going to crack the window. I want to say it doesn't open. I think they made different hood castings so they could do the Baja version. I don't know if it has a different hood. I mean, they also usually do different hoods for different trim levels. But I'm sticking my knife in that hole and I can't even get it to wiggle, so I do not think that opens. It's hard with the black vehicles because you can't see if those are body line. Actually, that might not even be a... no, there is... I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Let's see if it does open. I don't think it does. Oh, this one has mirrors. The mirrors are actually really proportional on this one. I like that. Some of the older green lights I have, the mirrors are way too big. All in all, this is a good casting. I love it. I won't mind picking up the Baja version. I want to photograph that. It'll look really good. Alright, and the next two here are really nice. Kyosho, Prince, Skyline. Oh yeah, you know I had to. This is from the Nissan Skyline collection. I wish you could see what else was in here. Let's look at this model. I mean, we're taking it off the base. Why not? We're not looking at much in this video. We got one more car after this, so we're taking it off the base. Screwdriver. Hopefully it will fit. Actually, you know what? I might need this one. Nope, it's not that one. It's the other one. This is my second Kyosho. The first one I actually got from Nick as well, so. Put the plate off to the side. This thing is awesome. So I always like the old Prince Skylines. They look a little mean. This is a first generation Skyline. It's a facelift of the first generation. I don't know. They never changed the generation, which is weird. I know they say it's a facelift because, I mean, it's the same body, but they really like changed the front and the rear from the 50s dramatically into the 60s. I don't know how they got away with calling this a second or a facelift. I think this is more of a second gen, but whatever, Nissan. This is a first gen apparently. If you know what the actual first one looks like, let me know, or not let me know. Look at it and then let me know if you think this should be a second gen. But I think all I need to like complete my Skyline collection is a pre-facelift first gen and a second gen Prince Skyline. And actually, we'll go through the whole lineup here. I want to stick this in with all the others. So we'll look at the details here, and then I'll park it up with all of its relatives, let's just say. So we got the headlights are lensed with some chrome trim. You got chrome trim around the grille. You got your Prince badge. This is actually the first Prince model I have in my collection, too. Oh, actually, no. I can put it with this. The Gloria that I got from David Beeson. I think it's a Gloria. It's not Cedric. Yeah, it's a Gloria. Prince Gloria. So the second Prince model I have. They look really good together. That might be good photographing too. Alright, I keep getting distracted. Got extra mirrors, they're looking good. I love those disc wheels. All the chrome trim around the windows is beautiful. Chrome trim on the door handle, the rocker. There's another, I think that's a Skyline badge right there. Look at that yellow amber and the red reflector. Well, it's reflective. It looks almost transparent because it's printed on the chrome. You got your chrome trim, more chrome trim. Got your exhaust even. I think this is a newer Kyosho. These details are a little more refined than my Hiace that I also got from him. Prince Skyline. Rolls very nice. This thing is like elegant. Boom. She has a look with the S10. Boom. If you wanted to. I don't think this matchup has ever been seen in real life. But we can do it in diecast. S10 and a Prince Skyline. Why not? So actually, let's move these for a second. We're going to line up the different Skyline generations. This will... I should make a whole video on this, and maybe I'll do that once I get the full generation completed. But we'll start here with the first generation. Still need a second generation. But there's only 2 generations under Prince. And then I went straight to Nissan, with the first generation being the Hako. I'll just, for the sake of time, we're just putting the 2-door version out here. I have, actually the Matchbox is a 2-door too, but the Matchbox isn't a GTR, that's a GTR. We'll take out the RLC GTR, why not? And of course, after that, Ken Mary, a little dusty. This is the only Ken Mary I have, actually. Well, I have other colors of this, but the Hot Wheels Ken Mary is the only one I have. After the Ken Mary, we got the C210, which is done in Hot Wheels. And this is the TLV version. This one's from David Beeson, too. Beautiful one. And I have a 4-door one that I bought on my own, but I figured I'll take out the 2-door. You can see scaling. It's going to be a little funny. After the C210, we got the R30. This is a Tomica Limited, or no, Tomica Premium. The R31. Another Tomica Premium. I always like the Skyline print on the back of this one. Getting into the R32. And I could have taken out the 4-door one that also Mr. Beeson sent. But actually, we'll keep it with 2 doors. I guess that's the theme, and everything's 2-door. We're keeping it 2-door. Again, I'll probably do a whole video on this once I complete the generation spectrum, I guess. 33. Which, I'll take this one back out soon. '34. It's funny to think that the 34 is the 10th generation Skyline. And then after the R34, the Skyline badge and the GTR badge parted ways. I still really need a 4-door R34. But yeah, the Skyline is now a 4-door. Actually, no, because there are 2-door versions. I don't have a 2-door V35. They're called V models now. Went from the R34 to the V35, which would be the Infiniti G35 in America. The V36, which was a G36 in America, and the G37 covered the V36. This is a G37. I actually bought both of them out. My Tomica one is worn out, but you got 4-door and 2-door. I think this one would have been a G37 or G36, G37, but they're both V36. And of course, the current generation, the V37 or the Q50 in America. 13 generations of the Skyline. This is 12 because I'm missing one. But yeah, that would be a fun video. And definitely one I have been planning. So we'll just remove them all. We'll put the packaged cars back up on here. But we've got one more to look at, and I've been really excited about this one, even somehow more excited than the Prince there. And the Prince is just beautiful. We'll just take one more look at that. I like how long it is. This one is not true 1/64 scale, but it is pretty close, I think. Let me look at the basic version. 1/67. Okay, so it's pretty close. And it is a Tomica Limited. This is probably one of the best Tomica sets ever done. The Limited. Limited Vintage is... we're not going to count that because they're just crazy. Of course, Limited Vintage is going to be the best. But if we're looking at reasonable... Because, well, here's the thing. The Tomica Limited Vintage, they're not built alongside like the basic Tomicas. They're built under Tomitech. This is Takara Tomy, so different people. These are still the same people that are doing the basic Tomicas, and this is a basic Tomica. The Limited line, just a quick rundown with the Limited line, they took basic castings and they enhanced them. So, like I said with that R33, being the 400R Nismo version, they took the basic version. This is a poor example because it has the light bar on it, but they did do plain versions without the light bar. It's the same casting, but they just enhanced the details. They gave it appropriate wheels. These are LM GT2 wheels, I believe, which Nismo would have used stock from the factory. And like, look at that. It's the same car. They put all the details on there, and it looks so good. The casting is not the best, but the details, oh yeah. And they lensed the headlights rather than inserting a piece of plastic. Well, it's still plastic, but it matches the car, at least the lens now. But yeah, just much better detail. And I don't know, I only have 3 limiteds in my collection. Here's the other one, the 8.6, and you can see the appropriate wheels. They are rubber, which I do want to do a video on the 8.6. This is a newer one, though. This is newer than both of those that I have. The Serena. And take it out of the sleeve. And so I want to, one day I might start trying to collect the limited line. That will be hard. There's a lot of castings in that line that never made it to the basic line. I don't know how they ran the limited line, but like, especially Lexus models. There was a couple Lexus vehicles in, oh, you know what, the box doesn't open. You take the cover out and you slide the car out. The Lexus LFA and the Lexus GS were limited models that never made it to the basic line, which is strange. I don't know if they were planned to go to the basic line and they just got canceled or what, but yeah, so right away, this thing is striking. The metal flake white is just awesome. And this one does have, and I brought my basic one out. It's nice to finally have one with doors. This is the only basic version I have. But you can see how they did lens the headlights on this one too. Of course, mine lost the chrome. They were chrome. But, yeah, so you got lensed headlights now. And they actually painted, like, the blue. I figure that's kind of like an LED of some sort. Nissan badge. The Nissan grills. Maybe fog lights down there. I'm not sure what those are. Got very small rubber tires. Okay, that's interesting. We'll get to that. I think the rim is a little too small and the tire's a little too fat, but this was the early 2000s before all these premium brands started to pop up. So, I mean, they really didn't have any competitions. Like, doesn't really matter for the time period. Silver trim down there, and then the flat black trim on the windows, which I really like that. This is gloss black. The doors do open. Like I said, it's nice to have one that actually has the doors. Caravan sliding doors, which is very distinguished for Tomica. Mine are non-existent. Yeah. There's your taillights. It is almost like a pinkish. I think they put like red over silver to make it like reflective, but it looks more pink. Your Nissan badge, your Serena badge, and there's no actually that's metal, but it still forms the license plate just like the basic one. I wish I could really restore this one too, because that'd make a nice restoration. But yeah, I am very happy to have another limited. And this door opens too, but yeah. Now, the interesting thing with the base is this yellowish part is plastic. On the limited release, it is metal. So, this black part is its own separate metal piece, and it's the same thing here. They do that so the doors have a track to ride on. You can see it under the seats there, that little lip. The door will stick in there and ride on that track. That's what that is. That's why these don't have suspension, because then they wouldn't be able to do the door. So yeah, all the minivans with sliding doors like that, they're not going to have suspension. What a wonderful release. I love Tomica Limited. I gotta be careful about buying them, because every time I do, I want more. And that's what happened. I bought the R33. I want another one. So I got the 8.6. I want another one. Here I have the Serena. And that's the same thing with TLVs. But I think the Limiteds are so much cooler because they are enhancing the details on a basic model. But again, TLVs are true 1/64 scale, and their details are nuts. Like, their details go beyond what they were doing with these Limiteds. There's a lot of pros and cons. I can compare and contrast them in another video, but not this one. There is my very nice package. My order. Pretty small. Smaller than a lot of people's. I know people go crazy when they buy from Nick, and he always has cool stuff, and I could have bought a lot more if I wanted to. But I'm trying to be reasonable. Don't want to spend every penny I have. But that is it for this video. I just want to keep looking at them. They're great. They're great. So I'll sign off now. I'll be staring at these cars, looking at them up and close with my own eyes. Maybe I missed something in the video. Who knows? But thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Take care, everybody. Bye.